Oh boy. Well, I spent most of the afternoon chasing bugaboos and finally realizing that these jumpers that I'm using or were using were under gauged. They were too fine. I went to move the part. I wasn't getting good smoke. I went to move the part and the wiring was hot. What the heck? The wire's hot. And so I put in 22, or is it 24? I guess I got 24 now. And boom, everything works. I mean, I had 9 volts coming in. I got 6 to the heater. There it is at idle. This is like 30 miles an hour, okay? Then you crank it up, and it takes off. So, oh my goodness. I had a hole in the part, but it wasn't working right, so I took it off and made a new one. Now I'm beginning to think all of that work was okay. It was the wiring in my jumpers that were too thin, and I thought I'd used those before, but I don't know. Maybe this one requires too much heat or something. I don't know, but boy, it's putting it out now. I could probably crank it down a little bit. If I'm at 30, I could probably take it down a notch. I don't know if I can take it down there or there. I could do it here, I suppose. Do something there and do something there too. What the hell? All right. Well, I can dial this in real easy. What? I can't believe it. It's 5:15. This is what I got done. I got the tender cleaned and polished and ready to install. I was going to install this stuff if I got it figured out, and then I thought, well, wait, let's test it one more time, and then it wasn't working. And then I found the wires hot, and then I started goofing around, and I put in these just temporary, but boy, that's, you test things up. You think you got alligator clips and you test it. It doesn't mean anything because you don't have the wiring that you're going to use in the full operation. You have to use the same gauge wire to test anything fully, especially when you're using digital and you're worried about heat and you need the amps and all this stuff. Resistance is killer. And you just like this engine. Oh, is this one or the other one where the wire was? The wire was dangling by 3 threads. I cut the threads, peeled it back, soldered it back up. Engine ran fine. Motor was hot, and then now it wasn't. So wiring, frame. I do a lot of test and do, and so I tend to wear things out, I guess. So I got to be more cautious about it. But what I've done is I put a second rectifier in so they can share the load. And neither one's hot. They're both warm, but they're not hot. I put the capacitor in. It just gives us a little more balance on the for the smoke for low and high speed. And it makes the startups it takes a little longer, but they still work fine. So you can tell I turned it down a little bit. It's a little less smoke, but you can see plenty of smoke. You can make it vigorous if you want. Oh, and I reworked the wick. I took that wick out and threw it away and made a new one, thinner, and all that, all the things I wanted to do. But I don't know. Test wiring cannot be junk wire. You got to use the good wire on all aspects. That's what I learned. But I'm excited about this tender. I mean, it just came out gorgeous. It really looks good. It ought to be a handsome piece for this handsome engine, don't you think? I mean, brass wheels, link, and the link works. I'm gonna stick a weight on it, I think, just for that. But I have a link set of cars that engine might be able to pull. I don't know. We'll see how Jim's device works when there's smoke in the circuit, Hard to tell. I gotta fix those leaks. It was tight, but off and on, the gasket material breaks off, so there you go. At any rate, this is that wasn't even full speed. Okay, this is the 312. I'm calling it a 312. And it will be vintage smoke with the lid, vintage fields with the batteries, magnets, and a vintage chassis with the digital reverse. That's it. I'll find some lights and linkages, and I'll try to make it a complete K5 Sure, why not? Pretty cool. It's a runner, though. I think it's a good runner. It's a good runner. Hey, it goes forwards and backwards, sure. All right. Well, we got there. It took all day, but we got there. I mean, I guess I polished the piece, but that's kind of dumb. Okay, I'll go. Break's over. I am going to put a hole in there because that's classic. If you don't hear it, you're not hearing it. You know what I mean? All right, gang. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow's a 310 day. That ought to be fun.